everybody. Welcome to our first ever episode of Two Black Chicks Talking Politics. I'm Sadia.
I'm Danielle, and for our first episode, we will be talking about our personal predictions for the election 2020, and we are so excited to have you guys watching this video.
Yeah, I'm so excited. I'm so anxious for tomorrow.
Yeah, no, there's literally, I keep telling Sadia, but I'm going to say it again. There will be a Benadryl taken at 5 p.m. I will be asleep by 7, and I will see who Mr. President-elect will be tomorrow, November the 4th. Because the way that I am just mentally just so tired of election and election news, and I'm sick of it. I'm sick of it. I'm tired.
Yes, no, like I'm so ready for tomorrow to be over. Like as much as I'm excited for tomorrow, I want it to be done. Like if we could know election results in an hour, like it'd be prime.
Immediately.
But no, it's literally going to take all day, and I'm going to go insane.
So do you think they're actually going to declare the president-elect by tomorrow night? Like, do you think they'll actually do it?
That is a lovely question. I don't know. I think it's going to take like 2 weeks for them to like really like figure it out. It may take...
If they do it properly, so let's say if they do it properly, they count the votes the way they're supposed to count the votes. Yes, it might take a really long time, but like, I guess a follow-up question would be like, do you think they're actually going to count the votes properly?
No. The 45 is definitely going to do something tomorrow.
Right.
He's going to do something crazy, and we're all going to be like, "Sir, can you just please chill out for 2 seconds? Like this is like
a break, please."
Exactly. No, literally.
Please.
Like if we go through that and we go through tomorrow, and at the end of tomorrow with like whatever happens tomorrow, and he's like, nah, fake. I'm gonna be like, bro, please, like 2 seconds, just be truthful and just leave it alone.
Exactly.
Like,
so yeah, like just tell the truth. So do you think, like, for your presidential, I guess, prediction, like, who do you think is gonna take the 270, become the new president?
You know, do I have wood near me? Okay, I do. I think Joe's gonna win. Knock on wood. Like, literally. Like,
okay.
I'm
knock
so
on
scared,
wood because
I think it's gonna be Joe and Kamala. Just because, like, not only because I want it to be Joe and Kamala, like, because I genuinely think they have a chance at getting to 270. Like,
I agree.
With what like everyone is like, even though I know we have PTSD with the polls, like I know we hate looking at the polls right now because 2016 really like just
they lied. They lied.
So we just have like PTSD from 2016. But if we look at the polls, which is, I know, like a scary like thing to say, if we look at the polls, Joe is up. Like, yeah,
Joe's up. Like, I don't want to say big time because I don't want people to look at this video and be like, "This didn't age well." But it's like also at the same time, I've been looking at the polls, even though I told myself I wasn't going to. But I've been looking at them, and like there are like apparently like 2 scenarios where like Trump wins, and the fact that like we're even talking about states like Texas and Florida potentially being blue.
No, that's crazy.
For like when they've been red for decades.
That's insane.
S at the end, like, this is crazy.
Bruh.
Were we in the middle of talking about?
We were talking about
literally you.
Wow, what were we talking about? We were talking
so
about
many things.
No, literally so many things.
All the things.
Girl, what were we talking about? Stop.
We were talking about...
Insert Wii music here. That's not Wii music, that's Jeopardy music. Wow.
R&B?
Wow.
We should have a blooper reel. Like, just eventually, like, just accumulate just how many times we mess up in a month. Then just, like, let it be free on the internet. I think it should start.
Oh,
because this is honestly hilarious. I was talking about the 270. We talked about Joe and Kamala and the fact that we think they have a chance to win. I said that I agree. I said I've been looking at the little maps.
Oh, yes.
Even though I told myself I wasn't going to after last election.
Yes, that's what we were talking about.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. I'm going to say something controversial. I think that he is going to flip a red state. I think Joe's gonna do it. I'm calling it like.
Do you have which red state in mind?
I have 3 reds.
Do you think he's gonna flip 3?
No, I don't think he's gonna flip 3. If Joe Biden flipped 3 red states, I'd honestly go running down the street screaming.
It's a new day. Like, wait, hold on. It's a new day.
Like,
I'm gonna be like, well, I didn't know you had it in you, Joe. Okay.
I would literally.
The way that I wanted to like half just not sit this one out. Like the way that you were not my motivation to go to the polls, but okay, Joe.
No, not 3. That'd be insane.
Right.
That'd be insane if he flipped 3 red states. No, I'm thinking
if he takes Texas, that'd be insane. Texas alone, that'd be crazy.
I think that's one of the states that's on my list of that he might be able to take.
Right.
Either I have 3. There are 3 states that I think he'll be able to take. Texas.
Okay.
Which that's number 3. Like that's like crazy. Like if he takes Texas, I'm gonna go crazy. Florida, which is another I will go crazy if he takes Florida. But the number 1 that I think is the most likely for him to take is Georgia. With the high.
Very interesting.
With the high, the large amounts of black people. Not that I'm saying
right.
Black people are gonna vote are gonna vote Democrat. That's not what I'm saying. But I'm saying just traditionally and the high numbers of black people and people of color that live in Atlanta alone and that live in Georgia.
That is true.
I feel like he had there's definitely a chance that he could the fact that Stacey Abrams was so close and that
hard
was
in the paint. No, she was really. First of all, she won. She won. They cheated.
Yes.
Kemp is a liar and a cheat.
No.
I don't know. So for me, I could see him kind of taking Texas before Georgia, but maybe it's because all the news that I've been reading recently have been Biden and Trump neck and neck in Texas, and the last number I saw was 48.1 and 40. They had the exact same number in the polls, and I was like, y'all are making me itch. I am in concern.
No,
oh my god, please just let it be over.
No, the news is literally help.
Right.
Is this gonna happen?
Now, what I will say is that it's gonna be a really early Democratic lead, simply because there are more Democrats or registered Democrats that have done vote by mail versus the Republicans. So I feel you shouldn't get too happy too early in election night, because the main votes that they're counting first are going to be Democrat ballots, probably because Democrats are much more likely to go do vote by mail than the Republican, because of Mr. Man in the White House. Is they're going to take your vote. They're going to throw it out. It's not going to go.
Oh, definitely.
Don't do it.
I made that mistake. I made that mistake in 2016.
Right.
Hillary had a lead early on, and I was like, yes! Oh my god, we're gonna win. There's no way he's gonna win. I was, so excited. I was, revved up. And then it got to, night when I was about to fall asleep, and they were like, looks like Trump is gonna win. And
he's taking the 270. And I was like, what do you mean? What do you mean?
What do you mean? You lied to me. That's how I felt in 2016. So, I feel tomorrow I'm just gonna be just wait. Just wait.
And I think it's...
And, I honestly...
No, yeah, you go ahead.
Oh, I was gonna say, I'm honestly, I wish we knew how many people were gonna be voting tomorrow.
Oh, yeah.
Because the number of people that have voted early already, including mail, all of that, it's the same... No, it's not. Never mind. I lied.
Not I lie. It's stop. Definitely was capping. Stop. Definitely was capping.
I definitely was about to lie. I was gonna say that the same number of people that voted in the last election have that same number have already voted.
You know
early,
what? That's actually not too far from the truth. I think, because it depends on the state you're looking at. In some states, I think it's nearly like 88-90% of the voter turnout in 2016 has already been shown by vote by mail, and it's not even election day. Yes. So it's like, I definitely think like there are people are just really passionate about this election, and it's probably because we feel like it's life or death. And in so many ways, it kind of it's. I feel like this election epitomizes what it is to go be like the lesser of two evils, which is such an awful way to go vote and view voting and the people in power and in charge of quite literally your life. But yeah.
I genuinely hate the fact that is the principle that we've been going off of for the past two elections.
Right.
The lesser of two evils.
Like, it's like we have fascists, or like you can have a crumb of democracy again. And it's like, how fragile is the democracy that we have that it's like up for debate every 4 years? Like, why is that okay?
Yes, exactly. Like, the fact that we have been arguing about the Electoral College since... Isn't Bush and Gore?
Oh, probably before that, because I feel like
probably before that.
Yeah, like I read something about like how we almost got rid of the Electoral College. Like, somebody gonna have to fact check me, but sometime in the late 70s, early 80s, we almost got rid of it. We were like very close to abolishing it, but like nobody likes the Electoral College anymore. It's almost like there's no point for it, because it's like
it's ridiculous. Like, the whole point of it was like, the Founding Fathers didn't trust us enough to actually keep up with politics and make a decisive choice on who we want as
and
president.
It's even like even in the definition people, of like us, it's like white land owning men. And it's like not even us. It's like no them. It's like more of them. Exactly. They didn't even trust them to go decide who their leader would be.
Exactly, like that did not include black people whatsoever. So like now it's 2020. People are paying more attention to politics than literally ever. And like there's no reason. There's no reason to solve the Electoral College. It's a waste
Get rid of it. Let her go. She's done. She's tired. She's beat up. Worn out.
Like,
let her go.
If we really want to like say that we're a democracy, why don't we have why aren't we using the popular vote? Like, that's literally the whole point of democracy, is having the popular vote and using that to gauge who wins. But we're not.
Yeah, because
we're using some bogus system.
Yeah, it's not lost on me at all that like the people we did go out to the polls in 2016, and like Hillary won by like approximately 3 to 5 million more votes than Trump, and he still won the Electoral College because of what I call like faithless electors. So or like and even just the fact that like states with smaller populations get to decide the rules of the land for everybody else, even though there are more people concentrated in different areas of the country. And it's just so many different ways where it's like, if the American people, the vast majority of us, are telling you that we want this leader, and you're going to continue giving us the person that we don't want, and they've lost by 3 to 5 million people votes, individual ballots casted, that's like, it shows that that's not a fair system. And like, who does that work to go keep in power, and who does that work to go keep continuously push on the margins, and why people don't think they have a voice in voting, where it's like, yeah, you pick the person that I don't want to win all the time, frequently, so why should I vote?
No, literally. Like, the Republicans have such an advantage, it's honestly ridiculous. Like, the fact that gerrymandering and like just so much of their politics plays such a large role in our election is ridiculous. Like, it's not even, because there's so much voter suppression, not to mention the takeaway of the vote from millions of people, of felons who've been in jail, who don't deserve their...
Right, like we can lock you up and incarcerate you and then like say like, this is your punishment, but then when you leave, you're also further punished because you can't vote, you can't get certain jobs. It's just so many things where it's like, okay.
Like, it's ridiculous. Like, and like if you're a non-violent offender, why exactly is your right to vote taken away? It makes no sense. Like, it's ridiculous. And like, and it doesn't help that like the majority of people locked up are people of color, and like this assumption that just because they're a person of color, they're automatically going to vote Democrat. Like, I feel like a lot of Republicans have that mentality. Like, you know you could, like, maybe get some of us if your policies aren't trash, Republicans. Like, I'm
If you
telling
didn't
you
use such
right
coded
here, right
racist
now. Like,
language, maybe you could get a couple black people
Yeah,
to go agree
if
with
you-
you. I don't know. Just a thought. I don't know.
literally, if you weren't dog whistling constantly,
Those
like,
thugs in those urban
you may have some
communities.
people.
We know who you're talking about. We know who you're talking
We're gonna
about.
save your suburbs. From
Right.
who? From who?
The black folks that are gonna
honestly
overrun
amazed
it,
me.
apparently.
When I heard Trump at one of his rallies say, first of all, I find it hilarious that he's been begging suburban women to vote for him.
That's so bizarre to me. Like his call, the suburban women love me. Like it makes me uncomfortable, and I'm not a suburban wife.
No,
and then he'll
literally.
talk about it in a way that they don't get to go to the polls either. They'll just be like, your husband's left me, so like, you should also be voting. It's like, what are you talking about?
No.
They go to work. Like, what are you?
He
this is not 1920. What are you talking about?
He talks about it like it's 1950. Levitt towns have just been created. There are only white women and white men living in these little Levitt towns. And, like, the only way to garner their vote is to be like, hey, women, tell your husband to go vote for me. Like, that's not how it works anymore. Like, there are black people, there are Asian people, there are Latinx people, there are so many different people that live in the suburbs. Like, you're not just garnering to white women with no jobs who stay at home and take care of their kids. Like, that is not the demographic that you should be shooting for.
Because apparently, I know, like, I guess a slight majority of them voted for him in 2016, but apparently the polls are saying, once again, how are we to trust? I don't know how we trust the polls anymore. We have such a love-hate relationship with them. Sometimes they're right, sometimes they're really wrong, and they upset us when they're really wrong. But, like, apparently a good majority of them voted for him in 16, and then it's like, okay, we don't really like what you're doing now, luckily, so I don't really know if you're going to get our vote.
You know, this time I'm kind of trusting the polls a little more, which is, that's crazy. But I feel like, because I saw this, I'm going to shout out one of my fave political podcasts, Secular Talk with Kyle Polinsky. Go check him out. He's cool. He talked about this on his. He was like, he said, the pollsters have already adjusted for any mistakes they made last time.
Which they should. Which is, like, you know, great. Like, don't make the same mistake.
Yeah, exactly. Like, so that gave me, like, a little bit of comfort. Like, the fact that they've learned from what happened last year and are kind of adjusting for that. And I hope that
fingers crossed,
gives a little bit more truthful, like, view of what's going to happen tomorrow.
Yeah.
Because I was looking at some of, like, I've been, like, playing around with electoral maps, which, that's just the crazy in me, just obsessing over this whole thing tomorrow. If the polls are true,
right,
like, absolutely correct, Joe wins by, like, 350 to, like, I think, was it, like, 125? Whatever's left. I'm not doing math.
Math, not here. Not doing it.
No, I'm not doing that. So I can embarrass myself? I don't think so.
Not on the podcast,
like,
Lord.
Joe
not
had,
on
like,
the podcast.
No, we're not doing that to myself. Joe had, like, 350. That's insane. I was looking at old electoral maps, and, like, you know what's crazy? This is so off topic. Ronald Reagan's electoral map, only one state didn't vote for him in his reelection.
Yeah, people hated Carter. People, like, despise Carter, like, because of the Iranian hostage crisis. They said, this man ain't got no cojones. Vote him out. And people were tired. And, you know, they're all not the best people, but Carter was, like, the least of the devils. And y'all voted Reagan in. But, okay.
Yeah, literally.
Okay.
Like, y'all voted out that nice little peanut farmer.
He teaches Sunday school. Like, really?
I know.
But, you know,
like, y'all are so rude.
They felt that he wasn't...
Y'all went with Reagan?
Yeah.
Help.
Drugs? In the black community? That one? Reaganomics? Trickle down?
Trickle down?
And then it never trickled down?
Maybe, and also the the ignoring of the AIDS crisis.
I'm gonna pretend like I ain't see y'all maps in the 80s, okay? I'm gonna pretend like I never met them.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Ignore that.
What happened to y'all in the 80s? What were y'all talking about? I don't know.
That year, those years don't exist.
I've never heard of that. Never even heard of it. Is it a sauce?
Who?
Don't know.
Ronald Reagan who? Who is that?
Don't know.
Who?
But getting...
I don't know if I'm gonna edit this out, but like... Anybody, if your name is Reagan, I don't trust you.
Yeah, low key, like...
I want to know...
Why your parents do that to you? Like, why did they name you that?
Like, is that the reason? Did they name you after Ronald Reagan?
Because if they named you after Ronald Reagan,
we're
going to have a conversation as to why your parents' politics are trash. Sorry.
There's so many, like, down in the South, there's so many Reagans. It's disgusting.
I don't know if I've ever met a Reagan.
High school.
I'm going to be honest. I don't know if I've ever met a Reagan. I also don't know that many white people, so we got to put that out there. I really don't know that many white people, so...
Yes, Danielle has been lucky enough. No, I'm kidding, white people. There's some of you that I love.
I'm be very honest.
Danielle has been lucky enough.
I know some white people. I do not know a lot of white people. I don't know that many white people.
The way my entire existence.
Yeah, some of my best friends are white. People. Some of my best friends are... I'm not racist. Some of my best friends are white. I don't know what some of my best friends are white.
Wow, I love how you reverse that on them.
I'm about to say, some of my best friends are white. A white man just passed me today, and I didn't cross the street and hold my purse closer to my body. I didn't. Because I'm not racist.
Danielle,
I'm not racist. My landlord, a white man, I'm pretty sure. I don't know, but he's probably white. So,
I'm pretty sure.
Like, I know of white people. Do I have that many white people's phone number in my phone? No.
White people.
But I do know of some of the whites. I do.
The way that because I do theater, just... white people all around.
So many.
White person right here. There's so many, they're everywhere. They won't leave. They're always here. I'm sorry. Wait, that was...
Not the white people are everywhere. Okay. We'll get back in just a little bit. Back to the video.
Back to the prompt at hand. Let's see. I have a solid... Here's what we should do. We should do our best case scenario in our minds and a worst case scenario in our minds. Not to give ourselves anxiety, but just like a worst case scenario.
Okay, worst case scenario.
The moment you would feel like, damn, it's over.
So my worst case scenario, because I'm gonna do president and I'm gonna do Senate and House, because I know, at least for me, there's some Senate seats up for grabs. I just learned recently, I just researched that there are going to be links, I guess, somewhere when we post this video down in our bio. Probably somewhere down in the bio.
Yes.
But point is that the Senate is kind of, I don't know, it's a toss-up. It's getting me nervous. So they need 3 seats to go have a Democratic majority in the Senate, and they need 4 seats to go have a Republican majority in the Senate. Now, Cory Booker is going to win New Jersey, hands down. New Jersey is blue through and through. There's several issues with, the New Jersey political structure as it is, and, the Democratic hold that it has.
What about Chris Christie? Where did he come from?
Don't even talk. My Krispy Kreme. Let's not even get. That's a different conversation for a different day. The feelings that I have for that man, Bridgegate, Tollgate, whatever y'all want to call it, when he shut the bridges down. Okay, and then he gonna hop up on that stage in the RNC, and I was like, you acting like you were such a big bad governor over here in New Jersey, and the way we voted that man out. And now I like our governor now. Murphy's cool. Christie had to go with the quickness. Murphy's cool though. Murphy can stay. He trying to protect my reproductive rights, trying to legalize marijuana, trying to right wrongs, and I'm just like, I'm here for it. Okay,
Period.
like, okay, with you.
I'd like to be on the record saying that I hate Florida's governor, Ron DeSantis.
As you should, Queen. As you should.
I hope he gets. Please vote him out, please. Also, because we're also in Georgia because of Spellman.
Oh my God.
Please get Kemp out.
If y'all could just, oh my God, listen. Like, this is a direct appeal to anybody from Georgia.
No.
Please, with
anyone,
everything.
if you're in Georgia, next election,
he
vote
has
him out.
to go.
I'm not even.
Because he stole the last one from y'all. Y'all should know, like, he stole it right out from underneath you all. He stole it.
Like, that is insane to me that his job before, like, the election is to be over elections. And he's running in the election
also oversee the election. If 2 + 2 equals 4, then 3 + 3 equals goldfish. Like, I don't know. I'm not understanding. It's not computing.
What is going on here? Like,
how is that fair?
No, it is not computing.
Can anybody say conflict of interest? Like, I'm just not getting it.
I
not
didn't
clicking.
understand.
I must be dumb. It's not
okay.
It's not clicking. It's not.
Okay, that's worst case. Okay, what did you finish your
worst case scenario? Okay, y'all know who's gonna win president then. My worst case scenario. I don't even want to say it. I feel like if the universe hears me, I can't think about tomorrow. Y'all know who's gonna win president in my worst case scenario. That means the Senate also has a slight Republican majority. And but I think we're still going to keep the House. Like, I'm pretty sure the House will remain Democrat.
No, I saw somewhere that it's literally impossible for the Republicans to steal.
Like, if they steal the House, I'll be shocked and appalled and shocked. That is on record. Like,
mostly appalled.
Right. Like, I'm going to be very surprised if they steal the House. I mean, yeah, going to be very surprised they take the House. How about you for your worst case?
This is my worst case scenario is Agent Orange gets in the White House. I mean, that's
chills.
That's literally, like, that's the worst possible thing that could happen. Another worst case scenario, Mitch McConnell gets reelected. I don't want Turkey Neck back in the Senate. I don't want him. He has to.
He's from Kentucky, correct?
Same for Lindsey Graham.
Kentucky?
Yes, Kentucky. Come on. Kentucky after Breonna Taylor. How can you vote for that man? Please, if any of my viewers are from Kentucky,
he's dead on the inside. He's dead on the inside.
Have you seen that man's purple
decrepit
hands? Have you seen his purple hands?
Like, giving very real.
Hands, please.
I don't know, giving very real corpse energy, giving very real mummy vibes, giving zombie, giving Night of the Living Dead, giving The Walking Dead.
Know what he's giving? He's giving Death Becomes Her vibes. 2 people will know what I'm talking about.
And that's it.
Have you seen Death Becomes Her?
I have not. But I thought it was funny. The title worked. It was going with the zombie theme. So I was like, yep, we're just going.
Watch Death Becomes Her. Totally giving those
that man
vibes.
Is dead.
That's
that man is a walking corpse. Please don't vote him in. Please.
If you've watched Lovecraft Country, he's literally like that police officer. I'm not even kidding. All my Lovecraft Country people will be like, oh. I'm so serious. Vote him out.
Please.
Another one. Another worst case scenario. Lindsey Graham wins again in South Carolina. Please get rid of him. Please.
Because in reality, they all need to go. But there are just some Republicans that make it a point to go be like, actually, I am the leader of the worst we're all bad.
Yes.
But I just want to let you know that I am the baddest. I'm the baddest baddie here.
Like,
vote them out.
There are those Republicans that like you don't know who they are. Like, you don't, like, there are I can name maybe 6 Republicans. That's a lot.
Too much for comfort, personally.
That's too many for my brain right here. And I don't even think they're all senators. Like, I think it's just a conglomeration of Senate and Congress. Because I can't do that.
Sick.
I'm so serious. Like, that's so bad. We're supposed to be a political podcast, and
it's okay.
Can name 6 Republicans. It's fine. you won't hear a lot of Republican views on this channel here, so it's fine. Lindsey Graham gets back in. Did you hear the other day he said, young ladies, you have a place in America if you're conservative, pro-life, and something else. And I was
it's
like,
something about a white man telling me about my place that I don't personally care for.
I don't appreciate that, Lindsey.
My place.
Kind of gross.
Okay. My place.
Another worst. Another worst case scenario. Senator Susan Collins. Is her name Susan Collins? Yes, Susan Collins gets voted back in Maine. I hate her.
You know what? She a little liar.
Every time, she's been really quiet. But like every time there's been some big decision, she's supposed to be like the Republican that can go either way, but she always goes Republican.
I was just talking about Amy Waffle Cone Barrett, where like she was saying like she was gonna hold down on voting from her, and she absolutely did not. She lied.
No, she
and
didn't.
Like I'm tired of these Republicans playing in our face. Also, some Democrats too that like play in our face and be like, we're considering something so radically progressive and outside of our conservative ideology and viewpoint that we're just gonna have to be shook. All for a headline, only to go vote in session for the thing that like is awful. Like it's like I actually only pretended and played in your face to go be progressive. I lied. I capped. I lied. I'm a liar. Like what?
They capped. No, literally. I don't understand how, this is off topic completely, but I don't understand the Democrats who are against Medicare for all. Sir, ma'am.
Because they're corporatists. Because they also are bought by Goldman Sachs.
I know, that's why.
In Wall Street. And Big Pharma. And, the people that make money off the American people being sick. Yeah. They make money. They're the reason why they're in office.
They make me go.
They work for them, not for us. They work for them, not for us.
It's ridiculous. Vote them out.
Please.
Yeah, Susan Collins. Another name to throw out there, Lisa Murkowski. If she's even up for re-election, she could not be, and I'm just throwing her name out there. But still, even if she's not, vote her out.
I was thinking of, because just talking about this election, I was looking at this guy. I had read this article a while back, but I just read it again recently. I don't know if you've heard of him. He's a political science professor at American called Alan Lichtman. And he's been predicting the presidential races ever since 1984. And apparently Homeboy's been right with only he says he's been right since 84, but low-key he really has okay, some elections he did, we can't really say if he actually is right or wrong. Because in 2000 he predicted that Al Gore would win, which he said technically he did because he won the popular, but the electoral college, whatever. But then in 2016 he predicted Trump would win, but Trump only won the electoral college vote, not the popular vote. But he's saying that Biden's gonna win.
Here's the thing though.
He's saying Biden's gonna win.
Here's the thing though. With Gore would have won the electoral college if they didn't throw out the
I was about to say, remember what your state did where they were saying, we've lost millions of votes. We don't know where they are. Not a clue. Without a trace.
And Bush being like, there are millions of votes, and I don't know where they are.
Don't know where they are.
Where are they? Yes, that's what you're talking about. Do you think they're going to try that again?
Yes. I think he has sowed the seeds. So, because I feel like Trump is so comic book villain-esque that he's already had the back plot, already, I don't know if anybody watches, Naruto out there, but, there was this video on Twitter that was, I'm going to pronounce the word wrong, and the Naruto fans are going to hate me for it, but, just let me live, because I'm going somewhere with this. Basically, there's this thing called, a genjutsu in Naruto, where it's, it's basically, a prison mind attack of some sorts. And, people be talking about, I set this genjutsu on you yesterday. Well, I can set this genjutsu on you the day you were born. So it's you're working so far back in advance that you're already sowing the seeds for something that you already know is going to happen. That's what Trump has done. He's put all of us in his own little genjutsu, where he's the vote by mail is a fraud. It's like they're always like, okay. They're gonna they just like, I'm an outsider. They want to vote me out. So it's like he's already set so many things up to go build his case that it will not surprise me that he's going to do the absolute most tomfoolery tomorrow night. He absolutely is. He absolutely is.
Yes, I see. Yes, but I also like. Watch him, like, I feel like he's gonna do it prematurely, though. Like, he's not gonna, like, I feel like he's gonna, it's Trump, he's impatient.
Yes, that is true.
And I feel like he's gonna be impatient enough to start the ball rolling when, like, Florida, Texas, Georgia, if they don't turn blue, they very well could go in his favor. And if they cut those votes out, like, that's gonna hurt you. Like, you're the one that's behind. So, like, him playing that, like, he should honestly just, I don't understand why he can't just leave it alone. Like,
that's very true.
Dude, just, like, let them count the votes, how the votes go, that's how it goes, that's how the American people feel. Like, I don't understand this need to change the process. Like, okay, when I say change the process, I mean change it in the way that they want to change the process. Because the way we want to change the process is correct.
Very different. We want all of our votes to be counted.
Rigged.
They'd be like, why should we count everybody's votes again? I don't even know. Like, it's not like we're living in a democracy or anything like that. Like, it's nothing like that.
It's not like
why do we have to count everybody's votes? I don't know. The thought never crossed my mind. I don't know.
It's, yeah, I genuinely I wish, what if, like, you know, okay, all of these what ifs, and what happens if we get to election tomorrow and he's, like, chill about it? Like, he's just, like...
It makes me much more uncomfortable.
You know?
I'm expecting him to go be in hysterics, and if he's not in hysterics, I don't know what I do.
You know, the way it would also make me uncomfortable that he's just, like...
Because that, to me, it's like he knows something we don't, and that doesn't help me sleep at night.
Like,
if anything, the Benadryl instead of 5 p.m. will be taken at 3 p.m. I go to sleep even earlier.
Because, like, watching a lot of his, like, campaign videos and, like, watching him go on the trail, he is not the same Trump he was 4 years ago. Like, that just may be from the exhaustion of presidency, but what has he really done to be exhausted? Okay. Like, come on. Like, Obama left presidency gray. Like, he was
a different man.
Whole head. Like, he started off with black hair, ended with a full head of
12 years.
He aged, yes. Not 8, 12. Like, Trump looks the exact same. Maybe a little fatter.
Just ugly and racist. That's all.
Yes, just ugly, orange, and racist. Like, that's just what he looks like.
Makes me so
and he
mad.
Will continue to look like that.
It just makes me upset. Like, viscerally upset. Like, you make...
Like, I can't look
No,
at him.
I can't. Every time I hear his voice, my fight or flight instantly triggered. Instantly triggered. I literally I will go through the screen right now. Right now. Say the word. Say the word.
Like, I can't hear him speak. It bothers me. Like
his voice is perhaps the worst thing I think I've ever heard in my life. Like, it's like awful.
Like, when I had to listen to him talk about the suburban women, I was like, can you please shut up? Stop talking. Why do you talk like that? What if that's not his real voice? What if it's just like,
what if it's all just an act? A show.
An act. Like, that's not his
just
real voice. He actually like talks really high or something. Imagine, like, you see Donald Trump and he starts talking in a super high voice. I'd go insane. I'd just laugh so hard.
I wouldn't like that. I wouldn't like that. No, would not be a fan.
It's funny. I just got a text from Joe Biden. Sir, I already voted for you.
And can we talk about what a vote for Joe means? So I don't want anybody to go walk out of here this election and think, oh, Joe wins, because God willing, Joe will win, right? But it's like, we don't want... That doesn't mean the work is over by any stretch of the imagination. No. A vote for Joe is literally a vote for the status quo. We all know what we're voting for, and I don't think any of us should be, like, disillusioned about what we're voting for. I think we should be very realistic. A vote for Joe is a vote for the status quo, meaning that the status quo is still white supremacy, still capitalism, still the patriarchy, still so many things we have to dismantle and, like, remove ourselves from and create different societies out of that. It's like, the work is not finished. So there's so many people like, I can't wait till I, like, have to stop tweeting about politics. And, I can go back to eating brunch. And it's like, that's not Like, your political consciousness shouldn't begin and end with Donald Trump. It should not. So please go out and do more after you vote. This is only the beginning.
Yes, 2016 really, it really shaped, not only has my upbringing shaped how I view politics, but, 2016 specifically. Right. Because I feel like if Hillary had won, I would have gone on just being oh, politics.
Very, whatever, it doesn't matter.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly. But, honestly, that's the one good thing Trump did. Was it, woke up a lot of us to be
and if Trump doesn't get back in, that doesn't mean go back to sleep. It means literally stay awake.
That is not what that means.
Stay woke.
Yes, stay woke. Stay woke. Stay woke. Stay it, please. Because Joe's gonna need us to check him.
Y'all think, Joe Biden is not the person that's gonna be okay, end the school to prison pipeline and mass incarceration. He's not that dude. There needs to still be absolute pressure from the outside.
And I know there's going to be people that are gonna be but he has Kamala. Y'all, no. She's not gonna do that either. Yeah. She is not the person to check him and be Joe, you gotta do this, you gotta do that.
She's not that much left of him. She's not as far left as y'all think she is.
As we would,
it's not the.
As much as we want her to be that person, she will not be that person. Because we also have to remember, she is still going to be walking that thin line of being a black woman in politics. Yeah. And, not only being a black woman in politics, being a black woman as the vice president of the United States.
The first woman vice president. That's, so many firsts that she is,
the first woman? Yes. She's gonna be so many firsts. And, these four, we cannot forget what the Obamas went through as president.
And purely the fact that people hated them because they were black, and that was really the end of that sense. It's the end of that thought. And, it's they hated them because they were black. There are plenty of things Obama did that they could have, critiqued him for, hated him over, and the one thing that they continuously focused on was that fact that dude was black, and it was okay.
You know what? I listened to one of Obama's speeches that he's been. Where have you been, sir? I'm talking directly to you, Mr. Obama.
I saw a video
you should have been here the entire campaign.
What's his name? When Joe was in the background, he said, "Hey."
So did I.
He shot a little 3. He said, "That's what I do." I said, "You're so problematic." Yeah. But that was cool though. But I hate the fact that
literally. And then Joe was Joe Biden said, he yelled, "All net." Sir, who are you?
Man's been out here not worrying about us. That man is worried about us. He worried about us. But remember when he first left office and then he was on beach and parasailing and on speedboats on the water, and he was smiling, drinking out of coconuts. I said, you must want to go ahead on vacation. The rest of us here is suffering.
He was living his best life.
And you just said, I'm off the clock. It's time to go.
Yeah. I'm off the clock. It's over. It's done. No, but seriously, where have you been? You should have been here months ago during this campaign, but you're just now appearing in the last 2 weeks. Help your bro out. Whatever. We can't go back in time. But I saw a couple of, it was 2 weeks ago, from one of his speeches. I think it was a speech in Philadelphia. I could be wrong. Do not quote me on that. Where he was if I were to do the things that, this is a horrible Obama impression, if I were to do the things that Trump's doing, saying stuff about China, they would have called me Beijing Barry. And I said, Beijing Barry.
Where did he come up with that from?
The way that I can hear Tucker Carlson saying that on Fox News. I can hear his voice saying, Beijing Barry. Or Sean Hannity or Judge Jeanine Pirro. I can just hear one of them saying the words Beijing Barry. And he's not wrong.
Beijing Barry. Okay. All right.
Really quickly, off topic, can we talk about how Trump, what did he call? He calls it the China virus?
The China virus, the Wuhan virus, the Chinese flu.
He calls it the Kung flu.
The Kung flu.
The
That
Kung
is what. Yeah, he definitely
flu.
did say that. You know what? At this point, I'm not surprised because it's like we all know he's racist. It's not a question anymore. He's a white supremacist. He's racist. He's xenophobic.
True.
He's sex. Like, we know these things. But it's like, I'm not surprised when the racist says racist stuff no more. Like, I'm not. It's literally like, oh, he called it the Kung flu. That's what he do. Yeah. He's super racist.
Like, I'm not surprised anymore. But it's still, like, sometimes
it really does sometimes, like, pull you out where it's like, huh. Like, my brain couldn't even think of that. Like, the Kung flu?
Like,
I can't even wrap my mind around that. Like, how do you get there as a person where it's like, y'all don't even know what I'm about to do. Like, Kung flu. What?
A lot of the things that he says, I don't understand how he gets to those points.
Me neither,
like,
yeah.
You know what's the funniest thing ever, though? The funniest thing to me is that after 4 years, he still can't come up with a name for Nancy Pelosi. Like, we
got Sleepy Joe. We got, Sleepy Joe.
Something about... He has a name for Chuck Schumer. I don't know what it is, but it's something stupid.
Lion Ted was one of my personal favorites. First of all, the way he did Ted Cruz during the RNC primaries, the GOP primaries in 2016... that was bullying. I was about to call the principal on him. I was like, who can I report you to, sir? This is awful. He called his wife ugly. He said his daddy was the Zodiac killer, and he called him a loser. I was like... and he's a liar. And he called him a liar. I said, who should I report him to?
Danielle.
He's mean.
Danielle, I just looked up to see what he calls Chuck Schumer. And tell me why there's a whole Wikipedia page of nicknames used by Donald Trump.
He's literally like a schoolyard bully where it's like, let me come up with some nickname. Y'all gonna listen to me.
He calls Chuck Schumer crying Chuck.
That ain't good. No, I was expecting more. I don't know why I was expecting more because he's still dumb, but it's like, I was expecting more.
He also can't come up with a catchy name for Kamala.
All they can do is just mispronounce her name. And can we please just talk about how it is a very real microaggression. I don't even like using that word anymore because it's like, it's violence in any way, shape, or form. But it's like purposefully mispronouncing black people's names is racist. That's it. It's that. Like purposefully mispronouncing our name is super racist.
What Senator Perdue did at that Trump rally, like, he did that on purpose. Like, he did that to get, like, a response out of Trump's vote, like, out of Trump's base. Like, when he was like, Kamala, whatever, I was
Mala, it's like, girl, it's Kamala. Yeah, like, Kamala Harris.
Like, it's not hard to pronounce Kamala's name. Like, Kamala. Like,
Kamala,
dude, like, I don't understand, like, these, like, the fact that, like, it's, like, when you hear a name once, you should be able to get it, like, get the pronunciation. Like, the minute you hear it, like, you should, like, it doesn't matter if you can't remember faces. If you hear my name and I say it in the correct pronunciation one time, you should, you know how to say my name. And the fact that you have now mispronounced my name over and over again, you're doing that on purpose. White people, you're doing that on purpose. I don't care. Like my name is hard. Like, for some people. Like, I get so many pronunciations of my name. Sadaya. Like,
Sadaya.
And I'm like,
Sadaya is my favorite.
Sadaya really bothers me.
Sadaya is my favorite.
Sadaya? The what? Like, and I'm just like, and like, I literally have to say, just replace the Y with an I. It's Sadia. Like, it's not hard. And like, usually people pick up on it, but then there are some people that are like, how do you pronounce it again? I'm like, Sadia. Like, dude, just
pronounce black women's names. Pronounce black women's names. Pronounce people of color's names correctly.
Like,
we could say Beethoven, Tchaikovsky, what's his face? Like, so many different names.
No, like, seriously, like, the fact that white people can just pronounce all of these, like, super complex, like, European names, but then you see something like Saudi on a piece of paper and you're like,
have a brain aneurysm when you see, like,
yeah, literally,
it's like, weird. Like, Timothy Chalamet has such an interesting name, and yet we all know how to pronounce his name. Like, imagine if, like, Timothy, that spelling, the way he spells his name was, like, on a black person. Because first of all, it'd be ghetto. Timothy with 2 E's and an accent, that'd be ghetto. But, oh no, Timothy Chalamet, of course.
But no, we just automatically know, like.
And I love Timothy Chalamet. This is no shot at Timothy Chalamet. I love him. I literally bought this hoodie because I saw him in it. Don't tell the streets I did that, but like, I absolutely did.
You can keep Timothy.
Wait. Okay, wait. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. We're gonna have to rewind. What do you mean I can keep Timothy? Do we not like Timothy?
I don't claim. You know what I call him? I don't claim Timothy Shablagoo. I don't want him.
Wow.
I got that from TikTok.
There's so much hatred in the atmosphere and in the space right now. I'm gonna have to rewind.
I don't claim Timothy Shablagoo.
And why not?
You know, okay,
and why not?
Here's the thing. When I watch movies, I don't care about the men. I literally
That's
don't.
fair.
Like,
as you should. That's fair.
So when he pops up, I'm just like, okay, sure. I saw him in Lady Bird, and I was like,
I haven't watched Lady Bird yet, but don't tell me.
Is it Lady Bird? Is that the...
Yes, I think so.
With Saoirse Ronan? Don't quote me on that. That could be wrong.
I think it's Lady Bird.
Or like, I still haven't watched Call Me by Your Name. I don't want to.
That's a different episode. How about that? That's a different episode. So many things.
That's a different episode. Do a whole, like, just a deconstruction of Call Me by Your Name. Like a reaction.
Just sit here and small talk, cause... Okay. Okay.
I cannot.
Hold on. I think my camera not recording? What is going on?
It's fine.
And this is why I have my iPhone. Okay.
Huh?
So.
What? No, he has not. He has not called Nancy Pelosi Nancy Antoinette.
He's such a weirdo. Okay, but let's. Okay, but is that it for our election predictions? Because I'm gonna go investigate what's going on with my camera. But is that it for our election predictions? I think we said all we had to say.
Oh, we didn't talk about best case scenario.
Best case scenario. Biden wins. Senate is Democrat. House stays Democrat.
Say mine.
Yeah.
Yeah. Best case scenario, Dems sweep everything.
Yeah.
Literally everything. Like, they sweep. And, like, best case scenario, Trump doesn't contest the election. Like, he just takes the results. Like, isn't that going to be crazy if he's just like, okay.
What a wonderful world. What a wonderful world.
It'd literally be the best thing in the world if he was just like, okay, I'll take it. We'll all be very confused, but we'll be like...
If he acts like a sane sitting president, because I'm very tired of the fact that we're presenting it to him as, like, a question. It's like, will you accept the results of the 2020 election? What?
Like, look, no.
Does he have a choice?
We have to ask him this
question.
Does
he have a choice?
Like, no, seriously, does he have a choice? Like, can the military not just go and remove
That's
him?
what I'm saying. I thought...
Because you're no longer the president.
The people, our armed forces, the military, as much as they should not exist in the way that they currently exist, is like, they serve the seat, not the man in the seat. Like, they serve the office.
If we're gonna give the military one job, it should be to remove Donald Trump from office when he loses.
Why is it a question?
Because
Why is it a question?
No, like, you are no longer the president. January 21st or 19th, when is the inauguration? Whenever the inauguration is, he should not still be sitting in that seat. He should be gone. Adios. Like, sir, I don't have time
Peaced
for
out. He should not be here.
Like, literally, I don't want to see Melania. I don't want to see you. Like, I'm sick.
Out.
Like, when he loses, and I'm saying when, putting that out into the universe, when he loses, I don't want to see him ever again. Like, I don't want to see his face.
I want to hear about him. I don't want to hear about him. Don't want to hear about him. We are, but I don't want to hear about him.
Like, I don't want to hear about him. I don't want to hear about Melania. I don't want to hear about any of his dumb kids. Like, I want to hear about... nothing.
Radio.
Like, if I hear the
silence.
words Eric Trump, I will go insane. If I hear Ivanka or Jared, I'm like, literally, I'm gonna go crazy. I'm gonna be like, shut up, stop talking. In a sentence. I don't care what it is. I don't care what the news is. I don't care. Don't speak.
It's fair.
Like, all of his little goons. Also, you know what I hate? I'm getting hype. You know what I hate? I would like for all of Trump's little like weirdos that were in his like cabinet or whatever. I want them gone. Like, I want all of them out of me. Like,
with the quickness.
Remember Anthony Scaramucci? With the quickness. That's an old name. Remember Anthony Scaramucci?
Oh my god!
Remember him
when he was like
that was, you know, that feels like 10 years ago. Like, that feels ancient.
He was like,
but the fact that the media still
like he was like, he's crazy. I'm out the White House.
Here's another one. Sean Spicer. Remember that dude? It's
Sean
just
had me scared for him. I thought every time I saw his little press, like White House press releases, I was like, "Are you okay?
Wait, no.
Are you alright?"
Remember in SNL when they had Melissa McCarthy playing him?
No, she ate that up. She ate that up like no crumbs on the plate. She ate that up.
She did.
She said
she did.
No, she was good. She was good.
She really did.
I was scared for Sean. I was like, Sean, are you alright? Are they holding you against your will?
No,
blink twice.
But when this is over, all of them should be out of their
and Trump needs to be in jail. Trump needs to be in prison. Because the only reason he's going so hard for the presidency is because he needs to go stay out of prison. Like, he needs to be in jail.
Like, I want him, like, he needs to be in jail. His family needs to be in jail. And you know who else needs to be gone? Like all of his enablers. Like, anybody, if you in these past 4 years enabled Trump to do anything, I'm looking at you, Ted Cruz.
And he called his wife ugly. Like, ain't no way I'd stay with a man that. I was like,
I love how you can't get over that.
It literally bothers me in my spirit.
I love it so much.
Imagine like your partner's boss literally talking about your wife's ugly. And then your husband doesn't do anything to stand up for you. Like, he just put it myself. He just called me ugly.
Are you kidding me right now?
He called me ugly.
Like, we could be on television.
Are you married to him or to me? Like, he just called me ugly.
Did y'all hear that? He just called me ugly. Like, that's.
I'm sorry. That bothers me.
I just don't get it.
That bothers me. Like, when Cuomo brought it up, he said, "You mean the man that called your wife ugly?" I said, "That's what I've been saying for the past 4 years." Because I don't know. I can't do this too.
Also, to revisit Biden taking Texas, we have to remember that Beto O'Rourke almost took Texas.
Very true. So many close gubernatorial races. Was at least gubernatorial in Georgia. But Beto was for the Senate in Texas. Yes. Bennett was running for Senate in Texas. And he really did.
And he was so close.
What happened to Beto? Well, Beto be... What happened to Beto?
He thought that little... I don't understand how after, like, all of these politicians got their quick little, like, 30-second viral moment, they were all like, I'm gonna run for president now. Like, that's not what that means. Just because you had 2 seconds of a little
airtime
does not mean, like, you know what I'm specifically talking about? I'm looking at you, Amy Klobuchar, just because you had that little moment during the Kavanaugh hearings where you were like, my dad was an alcoholic. Does not mean that you then go run for president. Like, we were all like, good for you, Amy, period. Go ahead. But doesn't mean you're qualified to run for president. And then I'm happy all that stuff came out about her didn't she eat a salad with a comb? Like, I don't want her as president. Because, like, did you hear about that? Like,
no.
Because her assistant forgot to get her a fork. So her assistant forgot to give her a fork, so she passive-aggressively got a comb and started eating her salad with a comb. And I was like, first of all, that's a new level of petty. Secondly, wow.
You couldn't have just found the fork.
Ew, like, literally, ew.
That does so much more harm for me than it does for the person I'm trying to be petty towards. It's like, no. I'm sorry. But no.
Like, that's disgusting. Just ask somebody for a fork. Go tell her to get you a fork. Like, a comb? Amy.
That is...
Just, like, I'm going to be calling politicians by their first names. Cause
wow.
It gets to them more.
Wow. A comb.
Come on.
She said...
A comb.
Also... That's not alright with me. No, I'm sorry. That's not alright with me.
I'm literally going to scream. That's hilarious.
It's not alright with me. I didn't like that. I'm not a fan.
I can't do it. Is that it? Is that all we have for election predictions?
I mean, that's it for me. I mean, all we can see is what happens on Tuesday. I mean, y'all will see it. I won't. I'll be asleep. But y'all can see what happens on Tuesday. And then I'll wake up on Wednesday.
I will be watching CNN, MSNBC. I will not be watching Fox News. But I will be watching CNN and MSNBC like a hawk. Like, I will be going insane. It will be on all day. I'm not kidding.
Better than me. I am choosing peace tomorrow.
I
won't be hearing Cuomo, no Lemon, no Blitzer, no Carlson, no none of them.
No, literally. If I don't have my television on CNN, like, the whole time, I'm gonna go crazy.
That's fair. No, I understand, like, why it's like you would watch it, because it's like you can't not watch it.
No, like, I can't not, like, I can't, like, it's like watching a horror movie, you know, when you, like, can't look away.
Right, no, yeah.
Because, like, you're so intrigued. Like, that's kind of what it is. Like, I'm horrified, but, like, I can't
like, look at the future of our country.
Like, I watched The Exorcist the other day for Halloween, and, like, I'm not a scary person, but, like, I just couldn't look away. Like, I was so intrigued by what was going on. Like, I was scared, but, like, I just, like, I had to keep looking. And that's how tomorrow's gonna feel. It's gonna feel like
a horror movie.
Watching The Exorcist again.
Except it's our demise that we'll be watching toward the racist 270.
And you know what? Hopefully at the end, maybe it'll be like the end is great. Like, maybe at the end.
Not great. Maybe just like maybe, okay, you live to see the next day.
Yeah, we'll see who wins the elderly man race, as John Mulaney put it. Like, we'll see. We'll see.
Whether we're getting a new one, whether we're getting the old one. I don't know. Well, they're both old. No. I mean, you know, the one that we had before. But, like,
they're both ancient. You know, another episode we should talk about voters cap, like putting a cap on the age of voting and putting a cap on the age of government positions. Because I feel like that is a great topic for us to talk about.
Term limits. That's a big thing. About expanding the court, putting term limits on a court. That's definitely a video topic. I will be writing that down. Okay.
Yes, write that down.
Write that down.
Okay, is that it for our first episode?
I think so.
It for our predictions?
I think that is it. So let's do a quick little outro. Okay, thank you guys so very much for listening to our video. I don't know what's gonna be edited, what's not gonna be edited. But it's been a great cathartic talk for me. I hope you also were entertained by watching the video. So thank you.
Yes, I hope you guys watch this and were like, you know, I'm happy if somebody feels like how I feel. Because that's what we want to convey. Like, we want to give
this feeling of impending doom. Right now. We're here with you. We're right here.
Yes. Just ignore what's going to be happening tomorrow and just think about anything else. No, I'm kidding. Like, but think about tomorrow. But go vote if you haven't voted already also. Yeah. Go vote. Go vote. Yeah. All of you. If you're not old enough to vote yet,
that's fair.
Plan to vote in the next one, but vote. And if you can vote. Yeah. Oh my god. Guys, thank you so much for watching our first episode.
I'm excited.
Oh my god. We are still working out like an upload schedule. We'll see what works, we'll see what doesn't, but you should expect episodes coming up soon.
New episodes.
And you'll definitely expect a election reaction episode. That is our next little project. So you might be getting 2 videos this week. We'll see how my editing
The streets is saying y'all gonna get 2 videos, maybe. I don't know. Don't quote me on it.
We'll see. We'll see how it goes. But thank you guys so much. Thank you.
I'm excited.
And we hope to see you I'm so excited. And we hope to see you in our next
video upload. It's gonna be somewhere.
2 Black chicks talking politics. Hey, bye guys.
Bye.